me just a minute. We'll get Meg hooked up and ready to go. Oh, look at that. Braden's been a member for 3 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is awesome. How's everybody doing today?
Said good morning, Sir Bobby.
Good morning.
Vicky Durham. Said hi, Gary. CW Sharp. Said 35 likes 4 minutes.
35 likes in 4 minutes.
Said good morning, Bobby and Misfits. I see a lot of Walmart trailers. Jim 64.
Yep.
Said hi, Barry.
That happens in a
Gary
Walmart place.
Watson. Said hi at Vicky Durham. Vicky Durham.
Tell you what.
Said good, just hot.
They have
Gary
taken
2005.
forever today.
Said hi, Jim 64. James Ewing. Said hey, Bobby. CW Sharp.
James,
Said 39 likes 5 minutes.
Amber.
Jim 64.
Clearwater.
Said hi, Bobby.
Vicky.
James Ewing. Said hey, Amber. Gary Barry. Vicky Durham.
How y'all doing?
Said hi, Or. May. Said hi, Olar. James Ewing. Said hey, Jim. Just out. Said have a good safe day, Bobby. Stay cool.
Just out.
May. Said good afternoon, Bobby.
May.
Alar Lelyabes. Said howdy, May and Vicky. Gary Watson. Said hi at James Ewing. Amber. Said hey, James.
I was going to throw us up in vertical for this drive, but I still cannot
Gary
find that
Watson.
mount.
Said hi at Amber.
Still can't find that mount. You know, because this is just a big old
Said hi,
rerun.
Gary.
Is all this
Hi,
is.
Amber.
So I didn't figure it would hurt anything, but like I say, I still ain't found that mount yet. My vertical
Vicky
mount.
Durham. Said hi, Gary W.
So another vertical stream has been frothed or delayed or whatever.
Amber. Said hi, May and Gary Watson. Gary Watson. Said hi at May at Vicky Durham. Just out.
I tell you.
Said you're always at their mercy on getting loaded. Very frustrating.
Yeah, I've been here since 6 o'clock this morning.
Tristan Payne. Said hey, y'all.
6 hours
Barry
getting unloaded.
2005. Said hi, James, and
Tristan
Amber,
Hayden.
and Alar, and Gary, and May, and Vicky. Now my fingers are tired from typing. Vicky Durham.
Thank you, man.
Said hi, just out. Gary Watson. Said at Tristan Payne. Watson. Said it buried 2005. CW Sharp. Said are we really on our way? May. Said hi Barry. Vicky Durham. Said hi Tristan. Amber. Said hello Barry, I am going to watch that you sent me this weekend. Tristan. Hey. Said hey Vicky.
Man, I gotta go show them the back trailer. I'll be right back.
Buried 2005. Said hands up Amber, I've forgotten what I sent now lol. Richard Bishop. Said good afternoon Bobby, it's partly cloudy and 91 degrees here in Chicago today skunk hot face. Vicky Durham. Said hi Richard B. Buried 2005. Said oh Amber, was it a Netflix film?
Man.
Anna Metallica. Said hi gang, I'm a little sad today, my sister's hamster passed away this morning.
Oh.
Amber.
Sorry to hear
Said
that.
yes buried. Carl Johnson. Said good afternoon Richard Bishop. Only 92 down in this end. Richard M. Said let's all guess if Bobby is headed north, south, west or east, and then I wonder. CW Sharp. Said sorry to hear that Anna.
For anybody that's
Carl
watched this
Johnson.
channel very much, they know which way I'm headed from here.
Hits in the trailer. Bob Casey Ariel. Said howdy Bobby, Amber, and Gary.
I'm Casey, how you
Vicky
doing?
Durham. Said sorry to hear that Anna said.
This is summertime, so from this location
Gary
here,
Watson.
I always go to.
Said north. Gary
Dang
2005. Said hi Anna. Sorry to hear about the hamster. I know how we get so attached into our pets.
I wonder if there's any park
Amber.
fishing
Said
there.
hello Bob Casey, hand pink waving. Gary 2005. Said copy that Amber. Anna Metallica. Said thanks Bobby, Shark, Vicky, Barry. Richard Bishop. Said hello there Amber, Vicky Durham, Barry 2005, Carl Johnson, Bob Casey Ariel, and Gary Watson.
So we just got to.
Said it's cloudy as hell 61 and raining buckets for days here in Wisconsin. Martin
Did they say
Trejo.
tickle me Elmo?
Said good afternoon Mr. Bobby. Gary
Martin, how you
Watson.
doing?
Said it Richard Bishop. Vicky Durham. Said hi Bob. James Ewing. Said I am leaving Tomro at noon heading to Missouri for weekend until back home Sunday. Amber. Said good afternoon Richard.
Man, you know, I would rather have a piece of pizza from this Maverick, but
Just out. Said Bobby tempted to pull over and go for a swim back there. Vicky Durham.
right.
Said hi Elmo.
But I need to turn. I need to drop that set of wheels.
Richard Bishop. Said howdy there Bobby, it's already 92 degrees in Chicago.
We got 88 here, but it's not a hot 88. It's not humid, so it's not a hot 88.
Bob Casey Ariel. Said howdy at Richard Bishop and Anna Metallica and Vicky Durham.
Yeah, I've been. So here's what.
Buried 2005. Said found what he said Amber. The waterfront. Had me on the edge of my seat. Hope you can get it over there. Anna Metallica.
But yeah, I've been here since 6
Bob
a.m. this
Casey.
morning.
CW Sharp.
It's took them this long to
Said then
unload
get
me.
it Bobby. Buddy Reed.
Huh?
Said hello Bobby and the Misfits.
Buddy, how you doing? Las Lunas, though, is always it's a crapshoot on getting unloaded, you know. One time they may do it quick,
Said hi, Buddy R.
and then one time they may take
Said Buddy.
6 hours like
Gary
this right here.
Watson. Said hi, Buddy Reed. Barry 2005. Said hi, Buddy. Richard Bishop. Said hi there, Buddy Reed. Buddy Reed. Said hello, Gary. Gary Watson. Said at Anna Metallica. Buddy Reed. Said hello, Anna. Buddy Reed. Said hello, Vicky. Andy C. Said howdy, Bobby, everyone.
Andy C, how you do?
Buddy Reed. Said hello, Richard. Anna Metallica. Said Andy. Gary Watson. Said at Andy C. Vicky Durham. Said hi, Andy C. Bob Casey Ariel. Said at Buddy Reed and Andy C. Hey guys. Savannah G. Said hey Bobby and the gang.
Savannah, how you do?
Gary Watson. Said hi at Bob Casey Ariel. Andy C. Said 89 degrees and humid here in Clarksville, Arkansas. Buddy Reed. Said we have 92 degrees, but it's cloudy so it doesn't feel so bad outside. James Ewing. Said hey Anna, Bob Casey, Vicky, Andy. Bob Casey Ariel. Said in case you forgot, hit that thumb up.
Give
Gary
that thumbs
Watson.
up, ladies and gentlemen.
Said at Savannah G. Barry 2005. Said him on the road on Saturday, leaving here at 3 a.m. to bring up stepson and his girlfriend furniture to their new house up here. Buddy Reed.
That sounds
Said
delightful.
hello, Bob. Richard Bishop. Said hello, Andy C. Savannah G. Said try not to melt in the sip.
I
Anna
heard that.
Metallica. Said James E. Anna Metallica. Said Savannah.
to every single truck stop.
Said it's family submartine. No problem with it, LOL.
And it's just a particular, it's the trip pack drop box is what I need. I don't know, man. I don't know. Some say they're too far out from anything, and then some say there's too many of the truck stops in, you know, a 5 mile or 10 mile radius.
Said LOL, I know.
It's crazy. I think they're just lazy.
James Ewing said American Truck Simulator releasing July 10th for Iowa.
I wonder if they'll have the Iowa 80 in that
said
thing.
afternoon Super Trucker Lobster. Vicky Durham said hi Super Truck Car.
Got a southbound and a northbound train over there on the right hand side. One's a double stack and the other one so far is just tankers. One headed down to Belen and one headed up towards
Said
Gallup.
howdy Richard. Savannah G said burglar dressed as Scooby-Doo on the run in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Real news headline.
Huh? What?
Super Truck Car enough. Said hi Vicky. Andy C said yep, sounds like laziness.
Yeah, that's all it is. Man, just lazy.
Said Barry, let me tell you, you are supposed to say I am so excited for you. Give me a call when you are all settled in. Love to see your new place. Savannah G said Frank Sharp.
Yep, one's a tanker and one's a double stack. Tanker's headed north, double stack's headed south. The heck is that thing?
Barry 2005 said Savannah, why would anyone dress up like Scooby-Doo? LOL. Super Truck Car enough. Said LOL Tuscaloosa. We know it's not Gary, he's here. LOL.
Tuscaloosa.
Savannah G said I don't know, I'm pulling up the news to see. My backyard scenes. Said hey and vibrant jiggin.
Well, I'll be dang. My backyard signs. How the heck have you been,
Have a safe
man?
and blessed Thursday, brother.
Thank you, Jimmy. You have a safe and blessed
2005
Thursday as
said
well.
LOL sharp things I will remember. Richard Bishop said foaming time Bobby. Vicky Durham
Phone me
said hi
up.
Jamar.
Phone me up, man. Phone me up.
Anna Metallica said LMAO Savannah, please forgive my laugh because burglary is awful. But the Scooby-Doo bit made it unfortunately funny.
Unfortunately funny. We're running over the double stack right now. That's what happens when you get in my way.
My backyard scenes said hope you are doing great.
Well, I'm doing pretty good, if not better, man. How you
CW
doing?
Sharp said Bobby Doo trains go straight into that distribution center as well as trucks.
No. No, not into that spot.
Cal Tim said number 89 afternoon all. Vicky Durham
Good afternoon.
said hi
Thank you.
backyard.
Who's that, Cal Tim? Or somebody, I didn't hear the name.
Barry 2005 said Dogani Anna LOL. One scuba
It
dude
was Cal Tim.
said number 91 hey Bobby.
Number 91. Hello. I missed that name for sure, because I was yakking.
My backyard scenes said hi at Vicky Durham. Vicky Durham said hi scuba.
I guess that was
Barry
Scoob, right?
2005
Scooba Doo.
said scuba, how did the robbery go? LOL.
The robbery go.
Said okay, so some person in a full Scooby costume and a mask broke into a gas station and stole cash and coins. He left the Scooby snacks.
Lord have mercy.
Said afternoon Bobby and everyone.
Dennis, how you doing?
Anna Metallica said LMAO. One scuba dude said hey Barry, the truck is back home. Vicky Durham said LOL.
Got the truck back right on. they set the barbecuings out before I ordered because I was going to get the dry rub, which the dry rub would have probably been just as good.
Hello, everyone.
Gio, how you doing?
Said Tim. One scuba dude. Said hey Bob, Casey, Gary. Cal Tim. Said low Anna. Anna Metallica. Said Gio. Barry 2005. Said hi Gio and Tim. Bob, Casey, Ariel. Said scuba dude. Gary Watson. Said hi and Cal Tim. Cal Tim. Said scuba. Buddy Reed. Said hello Barry B. Barry 2005. Said hi Bob C. Matt Trapper. Said g'day A.
G'day, Matt Trapper.
Bobby.
How you doing today?
Said Patrol Car not. Said same here Mr. Bob, but I'm stuck with Tuskegee Pate. Buddy Reed. Said hello Tim. Barry 2005. Said hi Buddy. Vicky Durham. Said hi Kel Tim. Vicky Durham. Said hi Matt. One scuba dude. Said hello Anna. Vicky smiling face with 3 hearts. Cal Tim. Said hello Vicky. Barry 2005. Said scuba Anna said you robbed a place. Bob Casey Ariel. Said hello at Barry 2005. Anna Metallica. Said skewa Huloyaba. Richard Bishop. Said Obama, Oregon has filed suit against Union Pacific Railroad saying that sparks from the wheels ignored a major brush fire.
That?
Anna Metallica. Said I did not, Barry, LOL. Cal Tim. Said hello buddy, and some truck Arnold. Dennis McCanich. Said Bobby I am just going to watch and hide from WYO LOL.
Seeing from
Said
there.
truck Arnold. Said hi Cal Tim. Once Bunny. Said I took Anna's recess. Well, Anna Metallica. Said LMAO. You. Said good morning from Albuquerque. Number 100.
Oh, yous in Albuquerque. What'd you do with me? Boom, mate. Guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen are freaking awesome.
Said you slashed me. You.
Thank you so much for the first 100 thumbs up.
Richard
Right here,
Bishop.
Tried Long Gang. Really do
Said
appreciate
Kelton, did
it.
you bring me an ice cream? Amber.
Snatch some salt from the salty crew.
Alice Usher.
Butter up that
Said
popcorn.
hi, you.
Enjoy the rest
Said
of the
morning,
ride. Now we do
Vicky
love the
Durham.
Misfits around here.
Said hi Amber.
How much do we
Dennis
love the
McCanich.
Misfits?
Said hi
Freaking
Amber. One scuba
bunches.
dude. Said hello Amber smiling face with 3 hearts people hugging. Vicky Durham. Said hi you. Amber. Said Vicky and Dennis Van keep waving. May. Said hi you. Hi Alice. James Ewing. Said me scuba late LOL JK. Alice Usher. Said hi Vicky. You. Said me is away. Carl Johnson. Said good morning you. Did me let you back home. Anna Metallica. Said May. Amber. Said hi scuba dude. Buddy Reed. Said click it or ticket. Vicky Durham. Said Alice hi. Anna Metallica. Said Alice. You. Said morning bear. Gary Watson. Said morning at you. James Ewing. Said hey Calton. May. Said hi Anna. CW Sharp. Said 100 likes 25 minutes.
100 likes.
Alice
That's better
Usher.
than yesterday.
Said hi
It
Dennis.
took like 40 minutes to get 100 yesterday.
Said morning me with an A in the middle. Cal Tim. Said yes Richard Bishop a special prune lax flavored cone. Chris Lagos. Said hello everyone from North Platte, Nebraska.
Chris.
May. Said you, are you back home? You.
Amber gift to the
Said morning Gary.
membership.
Bluey Productions. Said what's up guys?
Thank you, thank you,
Vicky
thank you.
Durham. Said hi
That is
you. Said morning Carl. Savannah G.
awesome.
Said Prince. Cal Tim. Said hi James. Barry 2005. Said wow chat is fast today.
That is
Anna
moving
Metallica.
today.
Said Chris. Bluey Productions. Said Gas prices are high up there. Dennis Mechanic. Hi, Vicky. Vicky Durham. Said blue hi. You. Said I noticed that the tractor ate me too yesterday.
Yeah.
Once Road.
How about that?
Said hey Richard, Tim, Dennis, Buddy, Gio, James. CW.
Be right back, y'all.
Durham. Said hi Dwayne. Alice Usher. Said hi May. May. Said hi Dennis. Gary Watson. Said hi at Dwayne Guthrie. Richard Bishop. Said hello there May Raccoon. Dwayne Guthrie. Said hi Anna. Cal Tim. Said hello Amber. May. Said hi Richard. Dwayne Guthrie. Said hey Vicky. You. Said May, you is working for me today. Dwayne Guthrie. Said hey Gary. Amber. Said hello Dwayne. One scuba dude. Said James the first Emily, cause I had to go get my truck. May. Said you. Amber. Said good afternoon Cal Tim. Buddy Reed. Said hello you. Cal Tim. Said you and me are both lost today. Buddy Reed. Said hello Amber. Dwayne Guthrie. Said good afternoon Amber. Anna Metallica. Said you is me's evil twin, lol. Carl Johnson. Said Scuba, is your truck as good as new? Amber. Said hi buddy. You. Said me is always lost. That's why he's not allowed on road trips. You. Said morning buddy. Alice Usher. Said hi Amber. One scuba dude. Said yes Carl, all new Ford parts. Bob Casey Ariel. Said what kinda truck do you drive at one scuba dude? Amber. Said Alice hand pink waving. Richard Bishop. Said hello you go and find me. James Ewing. Said lol scuba. Alice Usher. Said hi buddy. Barry 2005. Said Ranger Bob C. You. Said morning Richard. Angeles. Said blah blah blah. One scuba dude. Said hi Alice. Richard Bishop. Said hi Alice Usher. You. Said morning Alice. Alice Usher. Said hi scuba dude. Anna Metallica. Said throws popcorn across the chat, lol. One scuba dude. Said Baba 2020 Ford Ranger 10-speed auto 270 horsepower. Alice Usher. Said hi Richard. You. Said grabs Anna's thrown popcorn from Scuba. Carl Johnson. Said Scuba, good you got Ford parts. A lot of places won. Barry 2005. Said 10 speed wow Scuba. Anna Metallica. Said hides the empty popcorn box. Bob Casey Ariel. Said Skewa who will you Ranger rar. Alice Usher. Said hi Anna. Anna Metallica. Said Alice. You. Said good show bear. Amber. Said popcorn for everyone.
One Scuba Dude said gives Anna gummy Reese's LOL. May said nice Amber. Barry 2005 said Scuba, that's almost double my horsepower, but yours is probably heavier. CW Shark said Amber. Carl Johnson said Scuba, good, you got Ford parts, as a lot of places won't use OEM parts, especially on a vehicle that old. Anna Metallica said LOL Scuba. James Ewing said mine have 5.3 liter V8 engine, produces 295 horsepower. This engine also produces 330 pounds-ft of torque at 4,000 RPM. Barry 2005 said that's huge. James E. Deborah Warner said hello there everyone, I was watching the video that was on last day and we had a lot of fun, we are so funny together and jokes. One Scuba Dude said Barry, it's only a 4-sill. One Scuba Dude said also turbocharged. May said hi Deborah. Carl Johnson said hi Deborah. James Ewing said Barry, yes, 5.3 Vortec 2000 to 2006 are best engine out there. Vicky Durham said dang James, that's a lot of power, go baby go LOL. You said Anna, are you going to Birmingham on July 5th? Barry 2005 said Scuba, I think there is a formula, horsepower combined with weight. I found a chart just before I bought my SUV. James Ewing said I did pulled 24-foot boat with that Suburban. Anna Metallica said you, unfortunately no, are Metallica playing in Birmingham on that day. Deborah Warner said hello there. James Ewing said yeah, also flex fuel as well, keep engine clean. CW Shark said here's Bobby Hush. Savannah G said I saw watermelon popcorn at CVS a couple of weeks ago. Tim J said howdy partner, safe travels Haas.
Howdy partner.
Said yes animal.
Yeah, I had to get me something to eat. I had scrambled eggs and Spam this morning. But that's pretty close to being gone. That is gone.
Dura said hi you. Deborah Warner said that's a big wow. You said go there somehow Anna. Anna Metallica said Barry, pick Metallica up on the way there, LOL. Vicky Durham said hi Deborah.
people just automatically assume they got the right of way. It doesn't matter. I guess they don't know what right of ways are.
Barry 2005 said both vans will be full to the brim. Anna might even have to go back down again on Sunday.
Nobody ever told them.
Said morning Vicky.
We got 91 here according to the truck. It's not hot. I mean, it's warm. It's warm out there, but it's not like blistering hot or smoldering hot. It's just all right, man.
Bob Casey Ariel said SHH be quiet. Bobby is back. LOL. Richard Bishop said Bobby, I just finished a turkey and Swiss cheese sandwich and a couple of Hostess ding dongs.
Heck yeah.
Very
Sounds delicious, man.
Said Anna, I was hoping Bobby might come over with his truck as a side job. Cash in pocket. LOL.
Right.
Duck, duck, go fast. Said it is I am right. You are wrong. Away from many drivers. James Ewing said LOL. Bob. Anna Metallica said you, I would love to go, but with my anxiety and panic disorder, not a good idea. LOL. I panic in large crowds, unfortunately. Buddy Reed said hello, Alice. I may have overlooked you as I was on another tab. Anna Metallica
Let's hang
said
it.
LMAO Barry. Vicky Durham said Anna, so do I. You said Anna, sit outside stadium and listen. Deborah Warner said I'm glad we're with Bobby again. Like I said, I was watching the video from yesterday, and I'm wondering if Richard Bishop is on yet. Well, anyway, just thought I'd wake up. S.C. Minsky
He was on a minute ago.
said good afternoon, Bobby and gang. Hope
SC,
all
how you
have a
doing?
good day. Deanna Elkins said hi, Bobby and gang.
Deanna, how you doing?
Said what's for lunch?
Hamburger, a deluxe cheeseburger from Arby's. My entire lot of vegetation come off in one bite, man.
Barry 2005 said BRB. Alice Usher said that fine buddy. Deborah Warner said 91 degrees in North Aurora, Illinois, and I'm waking up. I took a small nap. LOL. May said hi, Deanna. Anna Metallica said you, funny you should say that, because where my new house is, it's 5 seconds from the stadium I moved here to. Coldplay are playing there in August, which I'm excited about. Andy C said I'm having sausage and biscuits. Was gonna make gravy, but my cow's casings didn't smell right. Richard Bishop said Deborah Warner, I'm here, my 40-mile dear lady friend. Vicky Durham said hi, Deanna. You said nice, Anna. Anna Metallica said it's a different stadium where I am. Deanna Elkins said hi, May.
So can you hear the music
Said
from your
okay,
house?
Anna.
When they do concerts, can you hear it?
Snarky old lady said good afternoon, everyone. Anna Metallica
Snarky old lady, how you
said
doing?
yep, LOL.
Right
Anna
on.
Metallica said snarky.
You don't even have to waste the money then.
Elkins said hi, Vicky. Vicky Durham said hi, old lady. Cal Tim
Howdy,
Easy to
Blade.
Squeeze a cow with only one udder. Anna Metallica. Said Tim FFS LOL. Anna Metallica.
One passing the other
Said
one.
Duck.
Oh. Think y'all special.
Douglas Erickson. Said good morning Bobby and fellow misfits 58 and raining here. Just a deep dish specialty with extra shrooms and pineapple. Yummy yummy.
Douglas, how you doing? So the wing was passing the stock. I guess the blade was passing the stock. I guess the blades have to be there before the stocks do.
You. Said gotta get back to work and stuff. Y'all have a great morning.
You don't work too
Deanna
hard.
Elkins. Said hi Alice. Richard Bishop. Said hi Deanna Elkins. There is a town in W, Virginia named Elkins also. Anna Metallica. Said take care you. Deborah Warner. Said thank you, thank you. Deanna Elkins. Said hi Richard. Deborah Warner. Said I thought I heard Bobby go you hear me. I'm like oh what did we do LOL. No just kidding everyone I just heard Bobby say you hear LOL.
You heard?
Douglas Erickson. Said I am just going to lurk in the shadows on the TV.
Tenfold.
Buried 2005. Said that.
Welcome back.
Lyle Brink. Said good morning all from a sunny 70 at Anchorage, Alaska.
Who was that? Who's that? I didn't hear that name. Wow. Sunny 70 in Anchorage. Dang it, I bet you're definitely in shorts, probably flip-flops. Maybe even no shirt on.
Richard Bishop. Said good afternoon Douglas Erickson.
had a few funny shorts up. Sometimes I think I might try a little too hard on them, and they lose their humor. Sometimes I hit it right on the head. Sometimes. I don't know. When I'm trying to say something that I've thought out, it feels a little too forced for me. I wish.
Jenny said, hi, Bobby. Safe travels.
Jenny, how you doing? I wish that when I was making a regular video, I could sit and talk like I do on the live streams, because the live streams, it seems like natural talking. It feels like natural talking. On the videos, it just seems more forced, like I'm forcing out what I'm trying to say. I don't understand the difference. You know, because if you watch enough people on YouTube, I've noticed the ones that do videos, just regular videos, when they go and try to do a live stream that they rarely do, that they don't do that often, they talk a whole lot different on the live streams than they do on the videos. They usually sound better on the videos than they do the live streams. And then see, I'm just the opposite. I feel like, anyway, that I sound better on the live streams than I do the uploaded videos. So I guess it all depends on what you get used to, I guess. The mindset, maybe.
Deborah Warner said, yeah, I understand that, Bobby.
It's weird. I mean, you would think.
Jimmy said, I like your funny shorts when you don't say anything and just let your expressions do the talking. Carl Johnson said, the shorts, you know you are recording, while a live stream you are not doing it for a recording.
Right.
Anna Metallica said, Douglas, Jenny. Jenny said, hi, Anna. Anna Metallica said, Barry, you truck driver. LMAO. Said, okay. Douglas Erickson said, live stream is live LOL videos or just videos talking to your viewers without them.
Yeah, it feels like, I guess it feels more like you're talking to yourself.
Barry,
I guess.
2005.
I don't know.
Said, I've never done a live stream, but I think I would talk the same. Just open my mouth and whatever comes out, so be it, LOL.
Well,
Douglas
you think,
Erickson
but
said Anna.
there's a
Alice
difference
Usher
in them. There is.
said, hi, Jenny. Jenny said, hi, Alice.
Maybe you would. I mean, there's some people out there that do. They talk the same on the live streams as they do on the uploaded videos. And they talk the same on the uploaded videos as they do on the live streams. Like I say, it just feels like when I'm doing an uploaded video, whatever I'm saying is more
Richard
forced
Bishop
than natural.
said, Bobby, remember the old saying, let your fingers do the walking. Deborah
I do.
Warner
I remember that.
said, yeah, it's funny just to watch your expressions, and also you do some animations too, like you're popping a balloon with your face on it. I saw that one kick a tire, LOL. Barry 2005 said, no, Anna, I wondered if you know he was a truck driver. Deborah Warner said, this one is when you got out and you said that you were going to make the snow yellow, LOL, then you went around and popped the balloon on with your face on it, and I love that. Douglas Erickson
I don't remember that.
said 147 months already, boom, boom, boom.
147. Let's go.
2005 said, I don't even know how to do a live bit, Bobby. VR said, Barry, you would need interpreter, LOL. Anna Metallica
You just hit
said,
the live.
okay, LMAO, I have no idea, Barry.
If you go onto YouTube, if you're eligible to do lives, but you just have to do a few videos to be eligible.
Said, LOL, VR. Vicky Durham said, hi, VR.
Down on the bottom, it'll say lives, uploads, shorts, posts. You just click it where it says live.
Barry 2005 said, copy that, Anna.
If you're going straight through the YouTube app. Now, if you're not going straight through the YouTube app, then it's a little different, I guess. to the next pickup.
Said I love the GTA 6 short thought.
Well, thank you, mate. Thank you very much.
JH7 said 1.1k views already on that short LOL.
Did you say 1.1 or 1.8?
Vicky Durham said thumbs up Bobby.
Thank you, Ricky. Scares me.
Vicky Durham said hi JH7.
Mowing next to
JH7 said 1.1k.
1.1.
JH7
Let's go.
said hi Vicky. JH7 said did you take your vitamins and how do you sleep? Very 2005
Pretty
said on
decent.
Saturday intaking sailboat fuel to England and coming back loaded. Hope I get a good price for the sailboat fuel.
Dang it, man.
Baby Blue 80 said hey Bobby and gang.
Maybe Blue hated. I slept pretty decent. I've been up and
Very
down though.
2005 said hi Baby Blue.
I have not a clue what I've done with my vertical mount. I don't know if I left it in that other truck by accident. No, I've had
Vicky
because I've done
Durham
verticals in this
said
truck.
hi. Douglas Erickson
I don't know where I put it
said I
at.
put a good patch on the roof. It isn't leaking. I was unsure.
Heck yeah, as long as it's not leaking, that's what counts, right?
Alice Usher said hi Baby Blue 80. Vicky Durham said hi Baby Blue.
Now I did post up the picture finally of
Baby Blue 80
where the lightning struck
said hey Barry and Alice.
right there beside
John
Gary's
Hayes
house for anybody that
said good
didn't get a
afternoon.
chance to see it.
Baby Blue 80
John, how you doing?
said hey Vicky.
It's posted up in the post section of the channel where I post pictures at.
Vicky Durham said Doug Lushy. Deborah Warner said Bobby I felt that when you did that I was holding my phone in my hand. LOL you know I'm having fun with you Bobby I don't mind. Anna Metallica said John. Douglas Erickson said my lungs are feeling better today. My inhaler will stay in my pocket from now on.
Heck yeah.
Baby Blue 80 said I'd seen that. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was
JH7
the sidewalk was between
said
the
that's
strike
post I
and his
mentioned
house.
the dog digging from I thought that's what that was at first day Mother Nature can do a number on things.
Mm-hmm.
John Gahan said hey Anna. Deborah Warner said I noticed compared to the stream and real life people in my building could be so grumpy at times. LOL. JH7 said was not expecting that one dang it man. Baby Blue 80 said you trying to make me break my phone. John Gahan said it's hotter than the hinges of Hades here. Donna Maxwell said hi all.
Donna, how
Drop
you doing?
invite to click it. Be
Thank you,
back
thank you,
later.
thank you.
Enjoy.
Have you a wonderful
Vicky
day.
Durham said hi John.
Hotter than the hinges of Hades. That's pretty good. I like that.
Scuba here, the bird bath is looking like a nice pool.
Oh, Lord.
Kenwood 709 said, hey, Bobby and everyone.
Kenwood, how's it going?
JH7 said, scream means someone's in a deep hole of doom in the GTA 6 sewers.
Uh-oh.
Vicky Durham said, nice scream, Bobby.
Thank you. Good Lord. Oh, that was nasty.
Deborah Warner said, I could be so relaxed here and talk about anything that I'm going through or funny things that I'm going through, and I love it. I'm glad you guys listen and respond with jokes. Dennis McCanich said, hello, Kenwood. One Scuba Dude said, hello, baby blue party face. Carl Johnson said, hi, Kenwood.
So
Vicky
we got us about 100
said, hi,
miles.
Kenwood. Long Island Dave said, hi, Kenwood. Deborah Warner
About an hour and a half.
said, Gazette cheers me up, makes me smile, and then I start laughing until I peel myself off the ceiling again. Baby Blue 80 said, oh gosh, protect Meg. LOL. One Scuba Dude said, howdy, Kenwood. Anna Metallica said, Kenwood. Long Island Dave said, hi, Vicky. Kenwood 709 said, Dennis, Carl, Vicky, Scuba Dude. Vicky Durham said, hi, Dave. Kenwood 709 said, Dave. Deborah Warner said, oh yeah, that reminds me that I just peeled myself off the ceiling again, Bobby, twice. Long Island Dave said, howdy, Scuba. One Scuba Dude said, howdy, Dave. Baby Blue 80 said, hey, Ken and Scuba. Alice Usher said, hi, Kenwood. Long Island Dave said, hello, Anna. Deborah Warner said, I agree, that's a yupper, Bobby. Anna Metallica said, Dave. Carl Johnson said, are we going to have time to drive today after getting loaded?
Oh, yeah.
Kenwood 709 said, Alice. BR said, John Vaughn.
Yeah.
Vicky Durham
We should have enough time to
said,
get
bye,
to
Bobby, bye, chat.
at least Van Horn. Or somewhere. I don't know. I don't know what direction we're actually, which way we're going this time.
Baby Blue 80 said, Bobby, I do give Ken heck for ya, LOL.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Everybody knows he needs it.
One Scuba Dude said, bear you hauling leaded or unleaded sailboat fuel. Miguel said, afternoon, Bobby.
Miguel, how you
Baby Blue 80 said, have a good one, Vicky.
I don't know exactly what route we'll be traveling this go around. We might be running 10 this time. I don't know. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know
Deborah Warner
once we start up the next
said,
stream
hey, Vicky Durham
on the
said, you too, Baby Blue
on the
thanks.
destination
Baby Blue 80
in the
said,
route.
oh, I can how much you appreciate you trying to make me break my phone, LOL.
Man, that's funky looking. I don't think I've ever seen them kind before. I don't think. Maybe I have,
Kenwood
but
709 said, Baby Blue is itching to break my chat box. Baby Blue 80
I think she
said,
is.
you're welcome, Vicky, and thank you. Douglas Erickson said, are we empty right now, Bobby?
Yeah, we're empty right now.
One Scuba Dude said, hello, Deborah, smiling face with 3 hearts.
A truckload of nothingness, man.
Jim 64 said, hi, Bobby. Baby Blue 80
Jim 64, how you doing?
Deborah Warner said, hello there, Scuba. Deborah Warner said, hey, Bobby, I can hear how empty the trailer is. I can hear it in the back.
That's my table bouncing
Said,
around.
hey, Jim. Alice Usher said, hi, Jim 64. Anna Metallica said, Jim. Jim 64 said, hi, Scuba Dude and Baby Blue. Carl Johnson said, full of hot air. just like the chat. ROFL.
Yeah, but I can go there in the trailer.
2005. Said good point, Scuba. There's not many places that sell leaded nowadays. Baby Blue 80. Said no, I just like to say how you said it. I want to try something, LOL. Jim 64.
I want to try something and everything goes silent. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. What do you do?
Said smiling face with 3 hearts, smiling face with 3 hearts, smiling face with 3 hearts. The emojis are all for you on chat, Bobby and Tasha spreading the love. Baby Blue 80. Said hey Jim. Jim 64. Said hi Alice. Douglas Erickson. Said are you paid for deadheading? Deborah Warner.
Yeah, I get paid for deadheads.
Okay, gotcha. Kenwood 709. Said what did you cook for breakfast waiting around this morning?
What? The scrambled eggs and Spam. I had 2 scrambled eggs and a slice of Spam. I get them the 1 slice packets of Spam, and it wasn't near enough, but it cured killed the intense hunger pain that I was hunger that I was feeling at the moment. I got tired of waiting for them to lock me in, so I went ahead and started cooking. And then, as soon as I got done cooking, they locked the trailer in. I was like, well, dang. It was pretty good timing like that. Normally, I was afraid they was going to call me, though, as soon as I started cooking and be like, you're going to have to pull off the door for a minute because we got to get this situated out. And it's not our fault, it's your fault. I figured it had been something like that, but luckily they done something that they said they don't normally do, and it got worked out for me.
Kenwood 709. Said, oh yeah, that's right, you said so.
Yeah.
That's cool though. Jim 64. Said hi Ken. Kenwood 709. Said hey Jim.
That's the best way to eat Spam, if you ask me, is with scrambled eggs.
No potato salad, huh?
No potato salad. You got little stupid right here wanting to do 70.2 miles per hour. Man, I hate when they do that.
Said howdy at Deborah Warner at Jim 64 at Dennis Mechanic. Varied 2005. Said lock the trailer in like clamped.
They lock it so you can't move it. Which you're not hooked to it, but it's not so you can't move it, but it's also so that it can't. If the brakes aren't working properly when they go into it with the hyster, it don't go flying off the door.
Said best way to eat Spam is to throw it in the trash.
No, mix it with scrambled eggs, man. It's good. And actually, it's good with noodles too, ramen noodles.
Said hi, Bob.
Now, eating like a Spam sandwich, I don't care much for Spam like that. But with scrambled eggs, it's pretty. I like it. It's pretty good. I don't see how people eat it plain, just plain uncooked Spam.
Jim 64. Said hi, Dennis. Snarky old lady. Said Spam and rice with veggies is good. Long
Spam and
Island
rice
tea.
with veggies. Now, I haven't
Said
tried
hi,
that, but I believe that would be good.
709. Said Spam is a little too salty for me.
If
I
you-
can enjoy it, but maybe only 1 slice before I lose my taste for it.
Yeah, well,
Dennis
and that's,
Mechanic. Said hi,
like I
Jim.
say, when I fix it, I fix them singles
Said
packets.
you put hot sauce or something on top of the eggs and Spam. Buried
No.
2005. Said
Just
wow,
plain
I've
eggs and
never
Spam.
had that before. Some places asked for the keys in the past, but I gave them the garage keys, LOL. Long Island Dave. Said hi, Jim 64. Brian
I don't know, maybe
said, hey Bobby, how's your day going?
oh, pretty good, Brian. How you doing?
2005.
And maybe it's them single packets. They might not. They just maybe they're not as salty as the can. Maybe. Because eating it from the can, I can't eat much Spam like that. And it's really just a waste of money for me to get canned Spam because I won't eat the whole thing. but the individual packets is I can do that. I had never tried it just just a spam sandwich. I need to try that one day to see. But I'm afraid it would kick that salty thing in, and I'd be like, I not want to eat it no more. And it does go good with eggs, and it cooks easy. It's not like don't make a big old mess. I got some canned gravy in the drawer. I need to try that stuff out. See how that tastes.
Jim 64 said hi Long Island Dave. Brian Goodwin said love me some spam and I'm good thanks. Still really hot here.
We got 90 here. Wasn't too bad when I got out earlier, but it's dry heat around here. You cook from the outside. That humidity heat you cook from the inside. Lord have mercy.
Gary 2005 said no Anna imitated in the wool petrol head. Long Island Dave said a sweater.
Oh, okay,
JH7
sweater, okay.
said should clip that onesie. Said bloody 1C. Not a chance, it's a sweater, lol.
You can't leave stuff to my imagination. You say something, I don't know what it is, and I have to draw my own conclusions.
Long Island Dave said lol. Priyanka said hello all.
Priyanka,
Bobby,
how you doing?
hello.
How you doing? Yeah, my water is going down quick. I'm going to have to find somewhere probably to pull over. Maybe, I don't know. Might be able to make it an hour and a half on this one bottle. We'll see.
Long Island Dave said hi Priyanka. JH7 said sometimes drawing the own conclusions are not that good or accurate, but sure to make a good laugh.
True that.
Alice Usher
True that, man.
said hi Priyanka.
Howdy,
Duck
JH7.
duck go fast. Said Wuzzy and flip flops. Andrew L said lived right there many years, and hello to you sir.
Andrew, how you
Anna
doing?
Metallica
We're here in Socorro.
said lol Barry.
I probably need to get my one wheel and charge it up. Maybe, I don't know while I'm getting loaded. I think after the Amarillo ride, I want to say it's about 47%. 47% is just about 8 or 9 miles, which seems like a lot, but there's another one doing it, man.
Said, how old am I? Carl Johnson said, hi, Priyanka.
No, I didn't ask you that. That's not what I said, man.
Anna Metallica said, Priyanka. Andrew L. said, yes, sir. Working at the range and 380 westbound towards Carrizozo.
Too far, man.
Said, hello. Priyanka said, Jeetsy all.
I never ask people how old they are. I don't do it. You know why? Because I don't tell people how old I am. Oh man, I remember that night when I was doing verticals and I put up.
Andrew L. said eastbound rather.
And I put up in the little questionnaire thing and said, how old are you? And then I put like 12 to 17, 17 to 25, 25 to 30, and 30 plus. Man, you wouldn't believe all the people that come in.
Said O and PM.
You wouldn't believe how many people come in and was like calling me a pervert because I was asking age ranges. Why do you want to know how old people are? I'm like, what? What are you I don't want to know how old people are. And then it occurred to me that I put the survey question up and I was like, that's not even asking people how old they are. That's asking age range. It was just asking age range.
Said that's the golden rule, Bobby trophy, yellow smiling.
Heck yeah.
Jean said, hello, Bobby. I had seen on your YouTube cover page that you had been at the Walmart distribution center. My job where I work, Walmart, has popcorn.yay.
Yeah.
Bob Casey Ariel said, hey, Long Island Dave. Jean said, time to hit the thumbs up button for this live. Long Island Dave.
Thank you, Jean.
Said, hi, Bob Casey. Dennis McCanich said, Duck, I sent Bobby a picture of a pair of flip-flops for you.
Is that the Dominator over there in the ditch? No, it's a Ford freaking Ranger with deer antlers on the grill. Dang it, man. It had a big old deer rack on the grill. vacation.
Said, which state do you think have the worst roads? Ryan Goodwin.
New Mexico's got
said,
the worst
Bobby,
roads.
I just stopped in for a few.
In my
Stay
opinion.
safe, my friend.
I think it's a good idea. You know, back when I got my license, you had to be able to read the English in order to take the test. You had to. There wasn't an option of taking it in Spanish or English
At
or
Solstices,
whatever language you spoke.
Said Michigan has rough roads.
Yeah, Michigan has rough roads, but it's certain ones.
Said yes.
This is probably the smoothest road in New Mexico. Is
Gene. Said I thought I saw Putty Cap, no railroad tracks.
no, they're over there. They're a good distance over there. Pretty decent distance over there. And we crossed over them a few miles back. We crossed over the top of them. But yeah, used to you had to take the test in English. You couldn't take it in different languages because you had to know how to read the road signs. You had to know how to speak it. You know, it's just been in the last, I guess.
D. Michaels. Said, what does proficient English mean? Priyanka.
Being able to
Said, watch out for
understand it
Cooper's body.
enough to know what, look out for what? Did you say boogers or hookers? Just being able to read it and speak it enough to where you understand it and you can communicate and understand each other is what it's supposed to be. I mean, you ain't got to be an expert in the language, but you got to be able to, you're supposed to be able to speak it and read it enough to where you can safely read the signs out here on the highway.
G. Said, LOL a putty cap.
I thought kitty cat.
Priyanka. Said, cougars and what LOL.
Oh, cougars. How did I get boogers and hookers out of that?
Kevin Ward. Said, LOL, hey folks, LOL. D.
Kevin, how you
Michaels.
doing?
Said, got it.
There's that same stupid little car. I just gotta be in front of the big truck. I don't want to go faster. I just want to be in front of it.
West. Said, where is this? Tammy Reagan. Said,
You
good
too,
afternoon,
Blaine?
Bobby.
Tammy,
My
how you
husband
doing?
is doing great after the kidney stone surgery.
Right on.
I was an
right
in and
on.
out type of procedure.
Yeah.
Andrew
in
Rao.
and out.
Said all types of critters. Saw Bobcat late one night on the way home at San Antonio, NF. Priyanka. Said hookers
We're in
and
Magdalena.
boogers is a scary illustration.
Magdalena, New Mexico.
JH7. Said little car that could LOL.
See, here he goes.
Kevin Ward.
Here he goes.
Said, hey Bobby, budgers and hookers, LOL. Dennis McCannich. Said, popcorn balls to fry. D. Michaels. Said, hookers with boogers scary.
Just enough to stay in front of me. Come on, man. Do something. Lord have mercy. stay in front of me,
Said they
but
don't know how to drive.
put your foot on it and stay in front. Quit lingering.
Long Island Dave. Said, hey Raptor. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said, hey Dave. West. Said they are gonna pass him down LOL. D. Michaels. Said that's a Subaru. He should take the sand dunes.
You
Said the
should,
truck car
for real.
Said, and this is not a video game.
Right.
Lauren Porter.
Unfortunately.
Said Fluff went late again.
If it was a video game, I would have done knocked that thing off the highway.
Said Misfits wants Bobby to race LOL. Snarky old lady. Said we're getting thunderstorms here. Good day to
Thunderstorms.
stay inside.
Right, stay inside and watch your ride along game.
Long Island Dave. Said hi Super Truck Car. D.I. Lasso D.O.
She said, shh.
Deanna Elkins. Said hey Raptor. Lauren Porter. Said hey Dave.
No one over there, man, you do.
D.I. Lasso D.O. Said eat it Meg. D. Michaels. Said Bobby I never ever thought I'd be happy to have thunderstorms. But OMG been in high 90s about a week and no rain.
Dang.
Deanna Elkins.
Oh, I love a good thunderstorm.
Said hi Dave. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said hey Deanna. Bob Casey Ariel. Said hey Phil. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said hey Bob.
I love a good thunderstorm.
Long Island Dave. Said hi Deanna. Kevin Ward. Said there is a thought that some four-wheelers like to follow truckers for safety reasons.
Yeah, but it's the ones that, if I'm doing 70, they want to do 70.2 and just stay in front of me like that. I don't mind for them staying in front of me, but do 71
Said
or
I'm so
72.
glad that I kept my old phone so I can watch 2 streams LMAO. D. Michaels. Said I followed to save gas. Don't know if it's true. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said that makes as much sense as driving beside a tank. Judy's Adventures, Judy Watmore. Said hi Bobby from Skipton, Victoria, Australia. How are you?
Doing pretty
I
good,
always
Judy. How
passed
you
a
doing?
truck to speed up 500 meters in front.
Yeah.
Duck, duck, go fast.
Scoot on up there.
Said do you love a rainy night? Buried 2005.
A rainy
Said
night.
Jen loves storms. Am always worried about any damage to the house or outbuildings. Lauren Porter. Said hello duck duck. Hank. Said I think the heat wave has been everywhere.
Yeah, it has.
RLT78.
Everywhere.
Said hello Bobby and Ragamuffins.
RLT, how you
Kevin
doing?
Ward. Said but yes Bobby I understand your position LOL they will drive you crazy.
Yeah.
Long Island.
Especially with all the alerts that goes off. You know,
Joshua Booth.
before the day of all the alerts,
D.I. Lasso
Benjamin Hayden.
D.O. Said hey RLT.
I would just tailgate them, but now it drive you crazy with the alerts going off. And plus it sends it into the company, you know. I don't know. It might, the very first one might not, but
Bob Casey Ariel. Said Bobby I'll catch you later on Bud.Safe Travels.
Bob Case,
Lyle
appreciate
Frank.
stopping in, hang out. Case
Said
next
keep a
time
steady
around.
speed. Lauren
Yeah.
Porter. Said heat wave here in Florida has been awful. Long Island Dave. Said hi Ron. RLT78. Said Pete Rap hello. Kevin Towler. Said 192 likes.
92, let's
RLT78.
go.
Said hi Dave. One scuba dude. Said hello Raptor, RLT.
She's going to get back in front of me and start doing it again.
Judy's Adventures, Judy Watmore. Said sorry December. Lauren Porter. Said D. Michael's my favorite game is skee-ball.
You're safe, lady. You can get over now.
Kevin Towler. Said hi Scuba Dude. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said leapfrog with a Subaru. Andrew L. Said just charming of her.
Now let's see how long it takes her to slow back down.
Kevin Ward. Said yes Blue Honda is crazy driver no joy. Lauren Porter. Said what the plug is a spam cake. Rick. Said hey Bobby hope you're doing well today.
Temper, Rick, how you doing?
Said hello chatters. Kevin Ward. Said down. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said hey Rick. One Scuba Dude. Said hey Kevin Rick. Joshua Booth. Said hi Rick. Rick. Said hey Raptor. Rick. Said Scuba hi. RLT 78. Said I've only seen arcades in tourist communities of any Maine. Rick. Said Josh hi. Long Island Dave. Said hi Rick. Buried 2005. Said hi Rick. Rick. Said Bobby and good thank you.
Yeah, no.
Rick. Said hey Dave. Rick. Said hey Barry. Kevin Ward. Said hey Scuba Dude. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said I drove past a huge arcade yesterday. Lauren Porter. Said no seriously what the fuck is a spam cake. Dennis McCanich. Said Bobby you can play Duel today. D.I. Lasso
Play
D.O.
Duel today.
Said I can imagine all the pizza grease and boogers on all the buttons.
Hey, Lord have
Judy's
mercy.
Adventures, Judy Watmore. Said I done my biopsy Wednesday morning. I hope nothing wrong with it. I got thyroids. I'm on medication for it.
Oh, prayers for you. Hopefully everything's all right.
One Scuba Dude. Said Lauren a cake made from spam. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said spam cake is better than a toilet paper cake.
Right. Here she is, slowing up.
D.I. Lasso D.O. Said in toilet paper cake is just that, a roll covered with frosting.
Yeah.
Rick. Said LOL Raptor. Lauren Porter. Said spam cake is better than a what? RLT 78. Said didn't Monty Python do a skit about spam? Buried 2005.
I never watched Monty
Said how did you
Python.
find that out Raptor LOL?
I know of them, but
Lauren Porter.
I've never watched
Said
them.
LOL. Lauren Porter. Said yes Ron. Anna Metallica. Said Rick, Phil, Lauren, RLT.
crab
Said
legs.
hi,
Hadn't had any in a while, but
Rick. Said Bobby, how's your back today? Lauren Porter.
it's doing all right.
Said hello, Anna. I hope your day is going well. Amber.
It's not killing
Said
me, but
popcorn
I mean,
burning. Rick. Said hi, Alice. Humpty
boom,
Drummer.
you
Said
guys
beautiful
and
room.
gals and ladies
Rick.
and gentlemen
Said
are
hey, Amber.
freaking awesome.
Said hi,
Thank
Rick.
you. Thank you so much
Joshua
for over
Boo.
200 thumbs up
Said
out
hi,
here at the
Amber.
Ride Along Gang. Really do appreciate it. Snatch some salt from the salty crew. Butter up that popcorn. Enjoy the rest of the ride.
Amber.
Now we do love the
Said
Misfits
Joshua Boo,
around here.
hand pink waving.
How much do we love the
Barry
Misfits?
2005.
Freaking
Said thank goodness
bunches.
Raptor Gremlin. I thought you might have ate a toilet paper cake. LOL.
Yeah, I mean, I can feel a little bit of irritation in it, but it's not terrible.
Long Island Dave. Said hi, Amber. Lauren Porter. Said Barry, that's what I thought I heard too. LOL. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said LOL, not Barry. I thought it was a clever prank though. Buddy Reed. Said click it, or ticket. Amber. Said hey, Long Island Dave.
The popcorn is burning, man.
Alice Usher. Said hi, Raptor. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said hey, Alice. Buried 2005. Said I can't say here what we got my sister to eat many years back. LOL.
Was it a boob cake? Oh, wait a minute. You got a free sister, so never mind. Scratch that.
D.I. Lasso D.O. Said LOL Barry. Rick. Said Bobby, have you ever used the hot or cold patches for body pains? RLT 78.
Yeah.
Said say it Barry, we are all adults here. Barry 2005. Said not saying LOL. Joshua Boo. Said I'm gonna go eat some popcorn. D.I. Lasso D.O. Said Minnie's chocolate pie icky. Lauren Porter. Said speaking of cakes, I'm looking forward to my bar cake from Publix for free. RLT 78. Said well, not sure about Lauren. One scuba doo. Said Lauren, if you don't want spam cake, then you get UK's blood pudding and blood sausage. LOL.
Oh.
Rick.
I like to
Said,
taste
did it
that, see
work
what
for
it tastes
you?
like.
Alice Usher. Said hi, Lauren.
Lord have mercy. See, she's gradually slowing back down. As fast as she come around me, she should be way up there right now.
Buried 2005. Said all okay, my brother bought some heart sweets, candy, boy did that work well. LOL.
Some what?
James White. Said keep rolling, big wheel.
Roll on.
Max McGee. Said I use BioFreeze. Buddy Reed. Said exit 115 has some interesting vehicles to the left.
115? Has some interesting vehicles? Huh. Interesting.
Lauren Porter. Said scuba, I can deal with that blood cake or whatever you said from the UK. Dennis McCanich. Said popcorn chicken cheesecake. Buried 2005. Said fart sweets Bobby LOL.
Fart sweets.
D.I. Lasso D.O.
Lord, that sounds
Said
disgusting,
Barry.
man.
RLT 78. Said I thought it was something like giving her muddy water, telling her it was chocolate milk. Lauren Porter. Said hello Alex, I hope your day is well too. Snarky old lady. Said Honda lady probably thinks you're chasing her. She has issues.
Probably.
Rick. Said Raptor, the rides you have been taking remind me of my area through the National Forest. Awesome views. Buried 2005. Said LOL RLT. Andrew L. Said no fun through there at 3 a.m. finding you only have one headlight. Company provided SUV of course. Elizabeth M. said, hi Bobby, percent misfit gang.
Elizabeth, how you doing?
D.I. Lasso D.O. said, thank you Rick, I went back through Idlewild yesterday, but it seems the morning is the best time to drive. D.I. Lasso D.O. said, hey Elizabeth. Lauren Order said, hello Elizabeth M. It is good to see you. One Scuba Dude said, hey Mark. Rick said at Elizabeth M. Hey. Deborah Warner said, hello there, I'm back. I was just talking to one of my friends in Illinois. She lives. We were friends since high school, almost 50 years, believe it or not. 2028 would be 50 years. Joshua Boo said Elizabeth. Mark Bullet said, hello, one Scuba Dude. Elizabeth M. said, doing good, thanks. One Scuba Dude said, hello, Elizabeth, smiling face with 3 hearts, people hugging. Elizabeth M. said, hand pink waving, all my misfit friends. Buddy Reed said, I'll post the most interesting vehicle on the rag page. Lauren Order said, I think I'm behind because Megan is so behind. Long Island Dave said, hi Elizabeth. Carl Johnson said, I step away for a quick minute and Lauren wakes from her slumber. LOL. D.I. Lasso D.O. said, was gonna go to Big Bear today, but I'm out of space on my phone, got a memory stick, but have to reformat it and blah blah blah, bunch of boring stuff.
Blah, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah.
Lauren Porter said hello to you too, Carl. Queen Honey Bear said, hi super best friend Bobby, big hugs.
Queen Honey Bear, how you doing?
Said Raptor, that would be awesome. Alice Usher said, hi Lauren O. Deborah Warner said, smiling face with 3 hearts, smiling face with 3 hearts, face fuchsia, tongue out, face blue, smiling. Jean said, whenever Bobby goes through New Mexico on a certain interstate, the railroad tracks catch up with him. Andrew L. said, stay safe.
That's Interstate 40.
Elizabeth
All right,
L.
Andrew, appreciate you stopping in
said,
and
Bobby,
hanging out.
did you
Catch
sleep
next time
well?
around.
Mark Bullen said,
I
yesterday
slept pretty
evening
decent.
there was heavy rain, wind, and small pellet-sized hail here in Wheat Ridge, Colorado.
Pretty decent. I don't know who that was that asked. I didn't catch the
Deborah
name.
Warner said, slumber right now, my eyes are driving me nuts, and I can't wait to see the doctor on Tuesday. When they
Is that
tear, I'm not
Elizabeth?
crying, it's just agitated and red, LOL.
Yeah, I
D.I.
slept
Lasso
pretty decent.
D.O. said, I'm working on it, Rick. D.I. Lasso D.O. said, face fuchsia, tongue out.
The back of that vehicle says O-Roach.
Said, Bobby, you got me again, pills off the ceiling again, Bobby.
I've never heard of an O-Roach.
RLT-78 said, P-Rap, did they film the great outdoors there? Rick said, I don't think so, mister. D.I. Lasso D.O. said, good question, RLT. Deborah Warner said, Bobby, what did you do? What you do? LOL, smiling face with 3 hearts, smiling face with 3 hearts.
I don't know. What did I do? What'd you do?
Elizabeth M. said, yeah, it was me. I know you were tired last night.
Oh yeah, I was wore out last
One
night.
Scuba Dude said, hello, Honey Bear.
I went to sleep pretty quick, but I woke up in the middle of the
said,
night
LOL, me either super best friend Bobby.
and was up for just a bit. Went back to sleep and then got back up at 5. Says that I could go get this, make my appointment on time. And then
Lauren Order
I got checked
said,
in at
hello,
6,
Honey Bear, good to see
and they
you.
didn't get me unloaded
Deborah
until
Warner
almost noon.
said, hi, Elizabeth.
It was like 11:30-ish when they got me unloaded
Douglas
and
Erickson
called me to come
said,
get my
how much
paperwork.
wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Chuck, 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 chuck,
Elizabeth
chuck.
M. said, hand pink waving. Rick said, you think you're so smart, don't you, Mr. Bobby? LOL. Queen Honey Bear said, hi, super best friend, one Scuba Dude.
Think you're so smart. I don't Who?
Lauren Porter.
Chet Ripley.
Said, funny enough, it's really hot over here in the 90s, but we have overcast today. Deborah Warner. Said, you know what, my trailblazer, I had 2 dogs, kids, and a husband, but I would not put roach on my truck.
that was embroidered on it.
Don't worry, sometimes we all feel that way.
That looked like it was the name of the vehicle.
Said, hi, super best friend Lauren Porter. Buddy Reed. Said, he knows it, Rick. Hello. Long Island Dave. Said, Roach Coach.
That roach coach.
Queen Honey Bear. Said, hi, super best friend Alice. Rick. Said, Bobby, what takes so long to unload a truck? Do they do it by hand? I mean, really?
I don't know, because it was all the same product. It wasn't like a variety.
Said, not me, I wouldn't put Roach Coach on my trailblazer. It would be my doggies and my family, LOL.
Well, I mean, the first 2 hours I get because of what happened. There was a mix-up with everything. I don't want to go into a lot of detail about it, but there was a mix-up that had to get straightened out. So I could understand that part of it, but then the additional 3 hours I don't get. Well, I guess with that's the reason why it took so long.
Warner.
I don't know.
Said, oh shoot, I've got to find out where it might be.
Had that not happened, I probably would have got out of there 2 hours sooner. But I still would have been there 4 hours if I got out of there 2 hours sooner, because I was there 6 hours, give or take a few minutes. That's just that particular location. They're you're either going to be there for an hour and a half or you're going to be there for 5 hours.
Said, because lumpers get paid by the hour in some places instead of by the load.
But yeah, they don't have lumpers at Walmart anymore. They done away with them about 5 or 6 years ago. Done away with the lumper services. Walmart did, which is for the drivers. That's the best thing they could have done. I tell you, them lumper services, they stink.
It's the work ethics. Rick. Said, hi buddy, he's a smartass. Lauren Porter. Said, I'm way too scared to ask what the fluff a Roach Coach LS.
You don't know what a Roach Coach is? That's the taco stands, taco trucks.
Hugh Stevenson. Said, in some places the lumpers are unionized, so they gotta take 32,000 breaks.
Yeah. I think all of Capstone's is unionized, ain't they? And just about every place that uses lumpers uses Capstone.
It makes sense for Walmart to make that change.
Yeah, it does. They should. I don't see why they ever even had a lumper service.
Hugh Stevenson. Said, at Lauren, order a food truck. RLT78. Said, I'll be back. Thursday is my shower day. Smell pretty for the wife. Deborah Warner. Said, my husband, his points was undermined, so that's how I got the car in my name. Even though I wasn't the driver, I ended up the owner, and my husband would always tease me he was paying for my car, LOL.
Man, them two,
Douglas Erickson. Said, Roach Tacos does not sound good, LOL.
That's weird. Those power line holders there, those whatever, with the one leg instead of 4. That's like odd. Why would they do that? I guess they don't ever have tornadoes around here. Or heavy winds, high winds. I don't know. I mean, it looks like it'd be cheaper to make them like that, but it don't seem like it would be a great idea. It's almost like a ballerina standing on her toes rather than a strongman deadlifting weights.
Rick. Said, you starting later in the day works for me, LOL. I get to see for the 15 minutes
Right.
of the stream after work.
The only good thing about starting early in the day is being able to stop early, or being able to take multiple breaks through the day.
Said, yes, I agree, Bobby. A big-time department store chain doesn't need lumpers. They can just
Mexico, they still drive around in their cars getting the burritos out of the coolers and stuff for you, or out of their trunks. They still do that down there. I'm sure Laredo still does too.
Snacky Chan said, "Who hi, good guy." Rick
Snacky Chan,
said,
how
"We
you
know
doing?
Bobby isn't a morning person." RLT78 said, "I painted a supermarket bakery one night, just me and the cockroaches." Lauren Porter said, "Hello, Junior Jeansy." JR said, "Hi, Lauren." Evo Baroska said, "Hola boa tarde, Evo do Brazil tomos indo pra onde?" Mark Bullock
I have no idea
said,
what
"When I
you
used to
said.
do dry van Kellogg's, loads took forever to get unloaded with bumpers. Duck duck go fast." Said, "I would not eat a burrito an elephant pulled out of its trunk."
Now that you mention it, we are in Truth or Consequences.
Deborah Warner said, "All right, I got my creamer and just waiting for my coffee." Jamie came through my friend from Tennessee. Douglas Erickson said, "I don't like taco or food trucks. I actually find them more enjoyable and less spendy." Rick said, "RLTU paint for a living. I love painting, did it for years and still do."
Two hours in and 62% left on the battery. Man, I just thought it was my cord. Nope. Not the cord. It might be the battery bank, but it's not the cord.
Said, "Ice cream for everyone. I have blackjack cherry, butter pecan, or orange sherbet."
I'll take butter
Mark
pecan.
Bullen
Butter
said, "I see
pecan.
lots of artwork on Union Pacific rail cars everywhere." Rick said, "Bobby, that sky last night was so awesome looking."
Yeah, that sunset, that was pretty wicked. It's too bad we wasn't traveling in a northwestern.
Rick said, "Scuba, any black raspberry?" Mark Bullen said, "Butter pecan for me, please, want scuba dude."
Butter pecan. Pecan. There's so many different ways to say that word, it's not even funny, man.
RLT78 said, "Yes, Rick, been in business since 1988, but that's coming to an end June 30th. One scuba dude." Said, "No, Rick."
Shh.
Long Island Dave said, "Scuba, I have a scoop of each."
What a real
Rick
Neapolitan.
said, "Scuba, he'll get some for the crew." Mark Bullen said, "Pecan." Rick said, "Don't tell me said I will take butter pecan. Butter pecan is a slippery. Can you take on a long trip?
Dang. Ain't no H in that.
Rick said LMAO, stop it. Joshua Booth said I want peach cobbler ice cream.
Peach cobbler ice cream? Do they make that? I mean, I guess, maybe. Never had that, though. Apparently, I've never heard of it. Or I wouldn't have asked about it. Garlic ice cream? Lord have mercy, man. It's hard enough to eat them pickled garlic cloves, but man, they're good.
Right.
Once you get past the first couple,
RLT, that's a long time.
or the first one or two, once you get past them, they're pretty good. Good Lord, man. Them first couple, they're harsh. Wish now that second jar was a lot milder than that first jar. That first jar was something else trying to eat those.
Rick said ill pass thanks. Long Island
Garlic ice cream.
said it's better than you think.
Have you tried it? Have you had it? It's a real thing?
Deborah Warner
I would try it.
said shh. Mark Bullock said how about ketchup ice pops?
Now that is disgusting.
Rick said I love garlic, but not ice cream. Deborah Warner said shh. James Ewing said I am glad Scotty 67 saved the trailer for due disc brake lockup didn't catch on fire. One Scuba Dude said give Dave the Cheeto things. Long Island Dave
Alright.
said yes I have.
Huh. Interesting. I've never heard of it. I thought you was just making it up,
Right.
man.
Said Mark you're kidding right. RLT 78 said that's a pass mark.
What did Mark say? Oh, yeah, the
Mark
ketchup.
Bullock said it barf if I had to eat ketchup ice pops.
Yeah, I probably would too, man. I used to love ketchup when I was a kid, but God, not that much. Well, maybe that much. No, I don't think so. Who knows? Anything's possible.
Long Island Dave said this is for a local garlic festival. RLT 78 said I couldn't stomach when they made green ketchup.
Ah, okay, I got you. A local garlic festival. good though.
Optimal family. Said lots of greetings from Optimal. Judy's Adventures, Judy Watmore. Said what about vanilla ice cream and beetroot juice?
And what juice? What is
Said
that?
hey Bobby.
Hannah, how you doing? What kind of juice is that? Judy? Is that like Vegemite juice?
Judy's Adventures, Judy Watmore. Said strawberries and vanilla ice cream. Deborah Warner. Said wow you guys got me wanting to buy ice cream this month, but not garlic or any taste that's yucca poo-poo-yin. Optimal family. Said hi at James Ewing. Heather. Said hello Bobby you're a lucky person being able to see the views you get to see every day.
Well, thank
Cindy
you.
Tran.
Thank you.
Said that looks really like California's mountains and desert landscape.
New Mexico.
Buddy Reed. Said right RLT, hello. Heather. Said hi chat room. Hemp J. Said on the road again. Bobby can't wait to get back on the road again.
Yeah, for a few more minutes, man. We just got about 30 more minutes. Ish.
Judy's Adventures, Judy Watmore. Said just a tin of beetroot. RLT 78. Said my favorite ice cream is Giffords toasted coconut.
Toasted coconut. Oh my lord.
Shaquille Shake. Said happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. I wonder if he lost his trailer.
RLT 78. Said hey buddy. Rick. Said hello Heather. Art Coolin. Said ketchup on fries and mustard on hot dogs, mayo on a cold hot sandwich. Deborah Warner. Said I had a cheeseburger without the mushroom, mustard, and ketchup. The only thing that they didn't have french fries, they had chips, but that was okay. I enjoyed my burger. Once buddy. Said Deborah get the orange sherbet and milk and make a good shake. Cindy Tran. Said New Mexico. Looks like I-40 in Arizona, California.
I-25 New Mexico. If we was on I-40, it'd be bumping all over the place. That's a rough interstate.
Deborah Warner. Said I had orange sherbet before that was delicious.
You had it before it was good?
Art Coolin. Said if you mix ketchup and mayonnaise, you have Thousand Island dressing. Rick. Said Deborah, I like sherbet.
If you mix ketchup, mayo, and mustard, you've got pretty much honey mustard. Pretty much. I mean, sure, there's other stuff you can add to it, like honey and whatnot, but that's the only three things that you truly, really need to do it.
Relic Robert. Said hi Bobby, how are you doing today? I'm taking a lunch break. How are you heading for a load? Or are you loaded?
We're headed to pick up a load. Doing pretty
Said
good. How you
peanut
doing?
butter and jelly time. Deborah Warner. Said that's a yupper 10 minus 4.
Elephant Butt Lake here
Judy's
is either the
Adventures, Judy
second
Popcorn.
biggest or the third biggest
Said
in
when
New
you eat your
Mexico.
juice, you only put 2 teaspoons in and stir it all in. Carl
2
Johnson
teaspoons.
said, Deborah, do they have ice cream parties in your building? Keegan Rainer 310 said, yeah, keep trucking, God bless, safe travels.
Chief, how you doing?
Relic Robert said, Georgia.
Okay, Georgia. Got you. Takes a minute to get to Northern California. For me it does. I can only do 55, 56, 57, something like that.
James Ewing said, hey, Optimal Family. Long Island Dave said, Ron, a man-sized serving.
Dan, how y'all doing?
Said Dave, I can eat a tub of vanilla soft serve.
Yeah, the bugs are out today. Unfortunately.
Deborah Warner said, when I go to this one restaurant that used to be called Country Buffet, after I eat my meal I'll go and have 4 or 5, maybe 6 ice cream cones, chocolate, LOL.
Goodness
Cindy
gracious.
Tran said, my home freeway is just I-405 and the 55 freeway. Relic Robert
405?
said, are you heading back to Alabama?
No.
Mark Bullitt cones in the winter, LOL. Mark Bullet
Right.
said jalapeno ice cream.
I don't know about all that.
Cindy Tran said I prefer chocolate ice cream in my opinion. Mark Bullet said it's jalapeno juice mixed in the ice cream. Duck Duck Go Fast
Gotcha.
said green chili ice cream since you are near Hatch.
Oh, wonder how that would taste.
Deborah Warner said what I do is when I bring the ice cream home I wait until later on the day, then I eat it because I don't want to eat it outside in the heat, it tastes so good. Jean said a ride along gang members said well there's definitely rocky road ice cream for poor Bobby as he is rocking and rolling on this road. Rick
Rocking and a rolling.
said at Relic Robert they do a lot of training in my area all summer but they don't know Molly get as close as they did today. RLT 78 said chocolate ice cream makes me thirsty for some reason.
Huh. Interesting.
Deborah Warner said yeah you know we all have different tastes with our ice creams but I love it when there's people that love chocolate and different ice creams, that's what makes it so interesting. Rick said Kevin congrats. Kevin Pham said misfit, hand pink waving hand purple blue piece. Rick said 2 mounts. Cindy Tran said when I get food I usually drive home then eat it most of the time. Deborah Warner said rockin' and rollin', that's for sure. Bobby Hotface smiling face with 3 hearts. Mark Bullet said guacamole lemon lime ice cream with jalapeno juice mixed together.
That sounds interesting.
RLT 78 said I ate a grinder on the way home one night. It tasted dry. It was because I ate most of the napkin with it. Cindy Tran
What's a grinder?
said why did the seagull did not go to the bay? Duck Duck Go Fast said isn't Rocky Road the state motto of New Mexico?
Yeah, believe you're right on that.
Said it would be a must try for me. Cindy Tran said they didn't want to become bagels. Rick said OMG RLT LOL. Lori CO said hey Bobby, hey everyone.
Lori C, how you doing? Man, they got them whirly twirly blades running this 25 northbound. That's about the ninth or 12th one we've seen today, or I've seen.
Said dang it, Yankee talk for a sub. Landon Augusta said what's up everyone.
Landon, how you doing?
attention drivers, speed checked by aircraft. Deborah Warner said hello there, Lori C. Lori C.O. said Deborah. Joshua Boo said I like pickle juice. Cindy Tran said Edward that caught me out of guard. Mark Bullock said a king stack grilled cheese sandwich with bacon in each layer, lettuce, tomato, onion. Deborah Warner said, man, when I'm talking a lot on my phone, my battery goes down really fast. Now it's down to 15% already, LOL, and I'm laughing about it, LOL.
Damn, that's down to 51%.
Said a driver, I thought we had autopilot.
It is autopilot, man. Said hello there, Richard M. Rick said I don't see a driver. Deborah Warner said since Meg is a little slow today, I thought I'd just back off on the emojis for a while. Damn, for a man. Deborah, you should not get an iPhone if you have one. The battery is not gonna have it. Geo79 said hi, Richard Bishop. Rick said thank you, Deborah, it helps. Twirly blades over there at the rest area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. That's been at least, I want to say at least 15 today. Headed northbound. Everyone, are we awake, or are we having dinner right now? I just realized it's 4 p.m. my time. I don't have an iPhone, I have a smartphone. Deborah Warner said I don't like iPhones, I like smartphones. Deborah Warner said you're so welcome. Deborah Warner said, oh, I looked up again, it's only 3:03 p.m. Sorry about that, it's like 3 or 3:08 or something like that. Dang it, dude. Oh, I guess I'm...
Cindy Tran said Mark be talking like mixing chocolate, vanilla, mint, strawberry ice cream into one whole thing. said I like chocolate mint.
Chocolate mint's pretty good. York peppermint patty.
Cindy Tran said, Deborah, it just got 1 o'clock. Now it's 1:08. Deborah Warner said, my friend that's in the hospital has the movie Beetlejuice now since she's in the hospital and I can't go on her apartment to watch Beetlejuice. I miss it, LOL. Kevin Pham said, hey, Deborah Warner, I'm eating lunch at 3 p.m. CST, LOL. I too don't like iPhones, especially with the new recent software update. Not my style. James Ewing said, hey Deborah. Mark Bullitt said, Cindy Tran chocolate mint ice cream with jalapeno juice, LOL. Rick said, Deborah, when you hit the ceiling, does your phone know better to hit the ceiling like, or is it smart and stays on the table?
At the last 2 minutes of the stream. We'll be back later today.
Said, hi Susan or Biscuit.
I don't know, about an hour or two.
Elizabeth M. said, Susan. Cheatsy eyes, pink heart-shaped misfit. Blind Blue Fury said, howdy crew.
Blind Blue, how you doing?
Deborah Warner said, yeah, that's what I heard. They're very complicated and people know more of your business. Long Island Dave said, hi Susan. Kevin Pham said, whoa. Sorry to hear that, Cindy. Alice Usher said, hi friend Susan. Relic Robert said, okay Bobby, and back to work.
Team 4. Don't work too hard, Robert.
Mark Bullitt said, okay Bobby, I'll catch you later today. Deborah Warner.
Yep, this is it for us, y'all.
On the table, LOL. Buddy Reed.
I get loaded.
Said 2-minute warning, folks.
We'll start back up.
Cindy Tran.
I don't know. It might take an hour. It might take 2 hours. Might just take 30 minutes. I don't know. We'll see. Just keep your eyes peeled.
Said Deborah, LOL smartphone.
Y'all have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, and we'll catch everybody back here in just a little bit when I get loaded.